Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Ahmad Aniq from S1G2.
Assalamualaikum and hi everybody. I'm Muhammad Syafiq bin Zulkefli from S1G2 BITI. Today, I and Aniq will explain about natural language processing.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are going to present about natural language processing. Well, human beings are the most advanced species on earth, and there is no doubt in that. And our success as human beings is because of our ability to communicate and share information. That is where the concept of developing a language comes in. And when we talk about the human language, it is the one of the most diverse and complex part of us, considering a total of 6,500 languages that exist. Thus, coming in 21st century, according to the industry estimate, only 21% of the available data is present in the structured form. Data is being tweeted, send message on WhatsApp or various of applications, and the majority of data exists is in the textual form, which is highly unstructured in nature. In order to produce significant and actionable insight from this data, it is important to get acquainted with the techniques of text analysis and natural language processing. What is text mining? Text mining or text analytics is the process of deriving meaningful information from natural language text. It is usually involve the process of structuring the input text, deriving patterns within the structured data, and finally evaluating and interpreting the output. Natural language processing (NLP) refers to the artificial intelligence method of communicating with an intelligent system using the natural language. The overall goal here is to essentially turn the text to data analysis via the application of NLP. Here is the application of NLP. First, sentiment analysis. Second, advertisement matching, which is basically recommendation of ads based on your history. Third is a machine translation. Machine translation is also another use case of NLP, and the most common example for it is the Google Translate, which use NLP to translate data from one language to another, and that too in the real time. The other application of NLP here is include the spell checking, keyword searching, and also extracting information from any document and any website. NLP is divided into two components, that is natural language understanding and natural language generation. The natural language understanding generally refers to mapping the given input into natural language into useful representation and analyzing those aspects of the language. The NLU is usually harder than NLG because it takes a lot of time and a lot of things to usually understand a particular language, especially for the machine to understand it. The natural language generation is the process for producing meaningful phrases and sentences in the form of natural language from some internal representation. Here we go to the 6th step in natural language processing: tokenization, stemming, lemmatization and post-text, name entry recognition, and chunking. First, tokenization. Tokenization is the process operating string into token, which in turn are small structure or units that can be used for tokenization. If we have a look at example here, taking the sentence into consideration, it can be divided into 7 tokens, which is very useful for NLP. We go to the next process is stemming. Stemming refers to normalizing the words into its base or the root form. So we have here it affection, affected, affecting, affects, affectation, and affections, which is the original root word is the affect. Stemming algorithm works by cutting off the end or the beginning of the word, then taking into account a list of common prefix suffixes that can be found in an inflected word.
So, let's understand the concept of lemmatization. Lemmatization, on the other hand, takes into consideration the morphological analysis of the word. To do so, It is necessary to have detailed dictionary which the algorithm can look through to link the form back to its original word or the root word, which is also known as lemma. Now, what lemmatization does is groups together different inflected form of the word called lemma and somehow similar to stemming, as it maps several words into one common root. But the major difference between stemming and lemmatization is that the output of lemmatization is a proper word. For example, a lemmatizer should map the word gone, going, and went into go. That will not be the output for the stemming. Now, once we have the tokens and once we have divided the tokens into its root form, next comes the POS text. But generally speaking, the grammatical type of the word referred to POS text, or the path of speech, be it the verb, noun, adjective, adverb, article, and many more. It indicates how a word functions in meaning as well as grammatically within the sentence. A word can have more than one part of the speech based on the context in which it is used. For example, take the sentence Google something on the internet. Here, Google is used as a verb, although it's a proper noun. Now, these are some limitations, or should I say, problems that occur while processing the natural language. Now, to overcome all of these challenges, we have the name entity recognition, also known as NER. So, it is a process of detecting name entities such as person's name, company's name, with the quantities or the location. Now, it has three steps which are known: phrase identification, the phrase classification, and the entity disambiguation. Now, once we have divided the sentences into tokens, then the stemming, the lemmatization, added the text as the name entity recognition, it's time for us to group it back together and make sense out of it. So for that, we have chunking. It basically means by picking up individual pieces of information and grouping them together into bigger pieces. Now these bigger pieces are also known as chunks. In the context of NLP, chunking means grouping of words or token into chunks. Now this helps in getting insights and meaningful information from given text. All of it, I say thank you.